What's up, baby? It's your boy Andre Berto, and I get my boxing info straight from the source.
Y'all know the name. dSource.
Anybody hating, they can suck my dick. I make my own money, I make my own hits. And baby, if you think he nice, most likely I'm way nicer. And just to prove my point, I rub it in like sanitizer. Don't mean to brag though, cause I stay humble, man. I'm on some Ali shit, rumble in the jungle, man. These niggas funny, man, trying to control me. I'm like some dry ice, can't nobody hold me. So keep pretending.
Good day, fight fans. We're here with Andre Berto. How you doing, Andre?
What's up? What's going on, man?
Not much, man. So, yeah, man, we saw you were beasting over at training a while ago.
A little bit of something, You know, I mean, we've been putting in work pretty good, and you know, it's just a fact right now. You know, like sharpness is there, the speed is there, the power is there. Now it's just a fact of going through the rounds. And I'm the type of guy that sometimes, when I see everything in place already, I get kind of bored sometimes in there. And just,
yeah, you were like just playing
just
around a lot of.
Yeah, no, just trying to go through the motions, but you know, like, you know, everybody can basically see. I mean, that was there. I can get off whenever I want to get off. The speed is there, like power is there, and just the reaction time is there. And you know, I'm sparring these guys that, you know, pretty big. My man Paul, he's about 170, 175, and keeps bringing the pressure. You know, and I wear 22, 25-ounce gloves, you know, and these guys wear 16, so I want to try to make sure, you know, I can try to, you know, just use a little something so I have to work a little harder. So, you know, everything's been coming together pretty good, man.
And I heard you kept on saying that you need it.
Yeah.
What was that about?
I want to just try to push these guys, man. You know, like these small partners that I have. You know, like I said, they're big guys, and I need that pressure. I need that punch output. You know, if I'm working or not, even if I'm in there, you know, just being lazy at times, I want them to continue bringing that pressure. Hit me, or just try to make sure, you know, I try to, you know, stay on my toes. So you know, like I said, everything is good. You know, like the work's been tremendous, and you know, I mean, shit, like I'm here. I mean, I want to try to push them as well, because I believe a few of them, they have some fights coming up too. So, you know, so helping these guys out, you know, basically with the speed and the power aspect. And, you know, we just wasn't getting that work in, so it's good.
And it's interesting to see you here in San Carlos working with Victor Conte.
Yeah.
Can you tell us how that came about?
You know, I had some friends of mine that have been telling me about him for a while, for like the last year and a half. You know, I'm real good friends with Andre Ward and a few other guys, you know, that's, you know, that worked with him in the past. But, you know, just, I mean, I just pretty much everything back home, you know, we've always had the same, you know, kind of like training regimen. We just trained hard, nonstop.
Yeah. No
off days, just train, grind ourselves to the ground, and that's the way I've been brought up. You know, just hard work. And you know, within these last, probably within like this last year and a half, you know, we continue to work hard, you know, but then again, I'm starting to like feel the effects a little bit, you know, just to the fact, of course, we're getting older, and this is you know, I mean, this is a brutal sport.
Yeah, definitely.
And you know, like back home, we didn't really do the vitamins, the protein shakes. It was just all just mental toughness, and going into this last fight, I believe it just finally just caught up with me. You know, just the fact that, you know, I always just use just my like my natural ability
and fighting spirit.
Just you know, just like all just my good, you know, genetics, just you know, like the speed and the power and this and that. Didn't really worry about the nutrition aspect as much, you know. And it paid, you know what I mean? Like it caught up with me last fight. I didn't have the energy that I normally had, and I just didn't understand why. And
yeah, you look like you were fighting off heart for the most part.
Just fighting off heart, the full fight. I mean, you know, just going into the fight, I knew something was wrong. You know, just the fact that, yeah, I mean, it was just like a lot of different things, and then just you know, I mean, just afterwards, you know, I finally felt it was just time for a change. You know, like we're professionals now, and like we're competing at the highest level, so we need to deal with like some real, you know, top level guys, and we need to get off that amateur stuff that we've been on. So yeah, I finally, you know, reached out to Victor. Like I said, I've been talking to him for a while, and you know, he came out, he gave me the blood test, and he seen tremendous like complications that I had. Like I've been anemic, I believe, like last year and a half. Yeah, I didn't know anything.
You don't even know about it, huh?
I didn't know about it.
Wow.
I didn't know about it, but I felt the effect of it. And then, everything just made sense. And just the fact of just being anemic is you just don't really have enough iron in your body. And the iron realistically, pushes those red blood cells to your muscles so you can work, and I definitely had a tremendous lack of that, like really lacked iron, things like that. So, I was surprised, and we found some other things. So, so I felt it was, it was definitely, a blessing in disguise. Just coming out here, just learning so much. Like I said, like we didn't really know anything about none of this stuff at all. We just go in the gym and work hard and fight. That's it. But we really got a chance to understand nutrition, the nutrition aspect of the body, the things that you need in your body so it can work. So it's been good.
So what difference has it made for you? Like, what do you feel? Like personally, Victor's also made me try his stuff. Man, I feel great.
Yeah,
I recover quick. I don't feel tired.
Yeah, definitely. Just just the aspect of just knowing your body, man, and he's just like he's just a book of knowledge, like I said, he told me as soon as I came here, he's just like, man, you're just, a genetic freak, like you're just extremely talented to get to where you at, just off pure talent, and just off pure genetics, and you haven't really been putting the right things in your body, and now it's starting to take effect, like we just train hard and grind ourselves to the ground, not putting the right things up in us, it's not gonna last. So just the fact of working hard here, but then again understanding how important like the rest aspect is, and just putting the right things in your body, man. I feel great, I feel good, and I feel exactly where I need to be.
So has your speed, your stamina, your power, all of that, like?
Yeah, definitely. We've been doing like hypoxic training, something different that I've never done before. I definitely see the difference in that. Like the speed is there. Powers that we've been working with, my man Remy, who's a sprint coach, and he definitely
he's a tyrant now.
Oh man, he's crazy. He's crazy, man. My man Remy is crazy. He's like
he made Brandon Rios quit.
Yeah, man. He's he's an animal. If you're not ready for him, he's definitely gonna make you quit out there. Definitely. So.
But you stuck with it, huh? You're still doing it, huh?
Yeah, definitely, because like coming from where we come from, it's the only thing that we do is work hard. That's it. So we weren't a stranger of hard work. That's one thing that he appreciated from us, and when we see the effects of it. Tremendous sprint training, man. Getting our legs in shape, getting our legs strong, and well conditioned. So well then come fight time, we'll be ready to go.
That's awesome.
Doing my